Every day I've been focused on trying to occupy my time and distract myself from being depressed. And that doesn't work. At least it's not working for me. I go to stores every day and walk around and look at things, or I go to bookstores most, and just poke around books and magazines and sometimes just people watch. And every time, no matter where I am, no matter how, how pretty a store might be, like what's in it, you like to look at things and feel different textures and the whole experience of going to a store, it still doesn't distract me. Today I went to a town about a half hour from here that's very creative. A lot of independent artists like sell different things there, jewelry, all kinds of things. And I like going up there. It's a town that speaks to me. It's very socially progressive. It's a hippie town. I like being there. And I always see a lot of pretty things and interesting things and art. And I went and, all I'm thinking as I'm walking around trying to distract myself was that I'm in so much pain. Every day I do this. I go off and I for a few hours a day, and I try to distract myself. And every single time I think I'm in so much pain. So I thought, well, okay, let's do something different. If this isn't what's helping me, it's not like in the warmer months when I can go off and walk or run or whatever, doing more physical things and being out in nature, because that does help. That I do find to be helpful. But just walking around stores and looking around, or even bookstores, it just doesn't, it doesn't it doesn't dull the pain for me. It doesn't distract. So I thought, okay, well, what do I want to do? And I wanted to take a nap. So I came home and I took a nap. I got into bed. I took out a book, and one of my favorite things in the world to do is to just curl up in bed and read. And I read just a few pages and I started drifting off, and I took a nice long nap, me and the cats. And you know what? I woke up feeling better than I had in a while. I mean, there's all these things we're told we should do, but if something isn't working for you, it's not working for you. And it's okay to try something different. I mean, it's not like I'm saying I'm going to instead isolate in my apartment for 2 weeks and not leave. That wouldn't be healthy either. But in that moment, I thought I could use a nice nap. And I did. So I did that. I got up and I did just 10 minutes of yoga. Like I said, I'm not, putting these big expectations or time limits on exercise right now. I'm just especially starting slow, just trying to get my body moving again, and that felt good doing that. It was mostly just stretching and downward dogs and that kind of thing, and that felt good. So that is basically what I did today. I went and initially tried to distract myself, as I usually do every day, and I was just in pain and sad, and it was not helping. So I came back here, I took a nice nap, I did a little yoga, and now I am talking to you lovely people. So it's okay to switch it up. As long as whatever you're doing isn't harmful, it's there's no problem, switching up what you want to do, what you think might make you feel better. I don't think there are any rules to getting through depression. There are guidelines and suggestions, but I don't think there are any rules to it. I think you gotta do what you gotta do to make it through, and take care of yourself. So, ironically, when I was working, I would have loved having all this time off, but it's not so much fun when you have the time off and you're miserable. It's not like I'm out, having a grand old time. I think some people think that that's what it is when you go out for these things. It's not a vacation. It really isn't. You're just trying to survive. But usually when I am out for my depression, I am in a partial hospitalization, and I'm not this time. So I have a lot of free time in my hands until we can start treating, which I assume will be with TMS and meds and things like that. So hopefully that will start later in the week. And I hope you've given some thought to what I said about joining something, getting involved in something, just once a week. And I know sometimes it can be hard to figure out, what to get involved in. I was thinking of a couple things that I think I might do that silent book club. I figure, it's not like I can't stop doing it if it turns out it's just not for me. I can go to one meeting, see how that goes. The other thing is there used to be something called meetups, and I assume that still exists. So you can just Google meetup, and they'll show you like what kind of meetups, what kind of groups they have in different towns, with all kinds of different interests and different topics, different things that people might meet up to do together. You could also look at volunteering. There are several websites where you can just look to see what volunteer opportunities there are in your area. And I know it's always a good thing when depressed to be able to focus on someone else and someone else's problems and get out of your own head, So volunteering is always a wonderful option. So just a few suggestions, and I hope you think of something or find something that you enjoy. And, the warm weather's coming soon, so I'm looking forward to getting out and taking walks and getting back outside and getting in the woods and getting to the beach and all those great things and just breathing some fresh, warm air. That'll be nice. So, anyway, I hope you're doing okay. And like I said, if what you're doing now is not working for your mental health, there's nothing wrong with changing it as long as it's not something harmful. Try something else. See if something else helps. And if something else does help, let me know, because maybe I'll try it too.